sales. Let's have a nice round of applause for Robert Yoder. Here he comes.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. How are you all doing tonight? I hope your day went better than mine. Mine started out a little rough. My wife wanted me to fry her some eggs. She says, I want one fried and one scrambled. I says, okay, honey. So I brought them to her, and she looked at me. I says, what's the matter? She says, you scrambled the wrong one. So anyways, she told me I needed to go to the bank. She says, you need to go check our balance. So I get in line, and there was a whippersnapper behind me. I tell the lady behind the desk, I says, I need to check my balance. The kid behind me, he pushed me out of the way. Anyways, so I figured, well, maybe it'll get a little better today if I just stay away from my wife for a little bit. Go to the beach and maybe meet a young filly, you know what I mean? So anyways, I went to the beach. Oh, it got so terribly hot out there. I saw this young lassie. She had one of them really funky bikinis, that went up in her stinky bun. That's not good. But being a gentleman, I thought, well, maybe she doesn't like it in there, so I went up and I pulled it out. She slugged me. It was rough today at the beach, I tell you. So anyways, I thought, well, maybe I'd better give up chasing the young lassies. And so our grandson came to stay with us. And, I'm from Dusseldorf, and we still have horses up there. And he wanted a little pony. So I says, okay, I will take you to the sale barn. That's where they sell these animals. And I will get you a little pony. So I went to the sale barn, and I checked out this little pony for him. I was really just stroking the pony and checking out its legs. And he looked up at me and he goes, Grandpa, he goes, why do you check out that horse so much? I says, because when I find a really good one, that I want you to have, I want to make sure it's a good one for you. He says, boy, you're pretty smart, Grandpa. So on the way home, I bought the little pony. So on the way home, my little grandson, he goes, hey, Grandpa, I think Mom's going to run off with the neighbor guy. So anyways, a little bit later, this is one of the great things about getting older. My little grandson, I'm pretty proud of him. He's quite the little artist, and he's still on the farm, And so he was drawing a picture, and he goes, hey, Grandpa, how many different kinds of milk are there? And I had to think a little bit. I says, well, there's pasteurized milk, there's sweet milk, there's warm milk, there's chocolate milk, and there's powdered milk. I says, why do you ask? He says, I just wanted to know how many faucets to put on her. Also, I find this is another fun thing to do as I get older. You can get away with a lot of things, What I decided to do lately is I am really peeved at McDonald's because they make you do that kiosk thing, and then they want you to take your money, and they don't smile, they don't say thank you, they don't do nothing. They just want your money. Well, I saw some young whippersnappers in there using that kiosk, and I walked up behind them, and I says, you know what? Those things are really full of germs. And they looked at me like I'm a little crazy man, which I might be. And I says, a lot of people don't wash their hands when they go to the bathroom, and then they use that thing. And I says, I'm one of them guys. Thank you all. You all have been wonderful.
he